What's up, beauty man? It's the Bronco at the Frog coming at you with another reaction video. We got a video by 11 of athletic interest. Go subscribe to them boys. Like the video, get them boys to 750k subscribers. We got this interesting video. How America stole European football. I'm assuming he's referencing in terms of how we're getting everything now. There is debate. La Liga regular season games being played in America. What is it? Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. That's supposed to be happening next month, right? Or was it next season or something? I know a lot of people mad about that. We had the Copa America in 2024, Club World Cup happening in 2025, and actual World Cup is happening again in America, not for the first time. I don't know why y'all acting brand new. Oh, bro, America does not have the facilities for host a World Cup, bro. They're not passionate enough, bro. There's not enough football culture there, bro. It was just in Qatar a couple of years ago. Relax. We held it before. Oh, this World Cup will be the worst in history, bro. Calm down. We ain't going nowhere, whether y'all like it or not. How America stole European football. I'm assuming it's gonna all come down to money because the untapped potential market that's gonna happen in the United States of America.
If you're an up-and-coming pro football player, chances are high that you want to play in Europe. It has the best leagues with the best clubs and the most money. It is the most powerful place in football. Or is it? The two biggest players of the game just...
Oh, I know you're not going that route. Athletic interest. Oh, I know you're not going that route, bro. No way. No way. I thought this video was finna be about something else. Let me find out this video is about Major League Soccer in Ohio. It's an open rising league and it's gonna be top 3 in the future. Oh my gosh. Let's see what goes down.
Players of the game just left Europe. Now you could argue it's because they are growing old. But maybe there is something larger at play.
Was this video sponsored by Major League Soccer? Sponsored by MLS? Let me read the comments. Is the MLS on track on being the biggest football players in the world? Oh man. Oh, man. He has to be sponsored by Apple TV or something, bro. Ugh.
Messi rejected all European offers to move to Miami, to a league that was ranked behind Bundesliga 2. But today, MLS is in the top 10. Suddenly, people around the world are wearing MLS shirts.
They not wearing MLS shirts. They wearing Messi shirts. It's a difference. People need to find a way to differentiate Messi from goddamn Inter Miami. Differentiate Messi from damn Major League Soccer. They not there for Inter Miami. Well, they were there for that number 10. They not there for Major League Soccer. They there for number 10. Messi gets eliminated, guess what? Then ratings is plummeting. When Messi leave the league, guess what? Everybody leaving with him. Well, all of those foreign eyes, people in America who already watched it, they go keep watching it. But yeah, it's gonna go back to normal.
Apple and Adidas are investing, and stadiums are sold out.
Oh, that's facts. That's facts. Shout out. I'm sorry y'all for pausing. I know y'all don't like when I pause.
And stadiums.
But shout out Atlanta United. They for sure. I went to their game for the MLS tour. Unfortunately, I had to pause it because of monetary reasons. But shout out Atlanta United. They for sure. They teed up. They a live fan base that do be selling out the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and this is an NFL-sized stadium.
Sold out. Messi Mania is a prime example of a superstar economy. But it might sound familiar. In 2007, David Beckham shocked the football world when he left Madrid to join LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
It had a similar effect like Messi. Every metric increased, but it didn't last.
Exactly.
Other clubs tried to copy and brought in their own big names.
And guess what? This is finna happen again. That boy Thierry Henry did play needles. You know Thierry Henry ain't moving no needles in America. Come on now. Drogba not moving needles. This is that this is Kaká, right? Kaká not moving needles in America. This is Lampard, right? He's definitely not moving needles. Zlatan, he moved the needle a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, before I started watching football, I did know who Zlatan. No, I did hear about Zlatan when he first went to LA, and I heard about his first goal and stuff. They had it on SportsCenter, so it was a big deal. But after Nell leave, it's gonna be more like secondary stars that come over that's just not gonna move the needle and hit like that. Giroud already moved over here. I wouldn't call Giroud a star. He could be a star. Don't attack me. Could be a star. Y'all know I ain't say. Remember, I'm not saying superstar. I'm saying regular star. He could be. Ain't nobody care about Giroud really. I heard Antoine Griezmann coming over here. Antoine Griezmann, he's not moving needles either, bro. So Nail is the biggest you can get aside from Cristiano. So if Nail couldn't change the landscape, who can?
And MLS became known as a retirement league.
Yeah.
History could repeat itself. But on closer inspection, it looks like this time could be different. Because MLS seems to follow a larger plan that could soon make the US one of the most important football nations in the world.
Alright.
It's a plan that involves one of the world's biggest superstars, the world's biggest company, and the world's biggest event.
Yeah.
And it has something to do
Rename
with this
soccer.
map. Welcome to Athletic Interest and America's plan to
go.
take over football.
Shout out Athletic Interest, like I said, go scout it in muds.
MLS has one problem. Americans love football, just the wrong type.
Yeah, that's what I was finna say. That's right there. It don't matter who comes over to Major League Soccer. I just don't think that soccer will ever be as popular or top 3. It can probably get top 3, but I doubt it just because of the fact we already have too many other sports that we watch. It's that simple. You can bring all the star power or star players you want over to Major League Soccer. Guess who that benefits? The people who already watch soccer. These star players from Europe is not bringing eyes from the casual American fan base because they don't know who they are. Why would they care about who a star player from Europe is over there playing soccer? They didn't watch them in Europe, so why would they watch them in America?
Take a look at this graph. American football dominates, and soccer barely even registers.
Facts.
It's the same story when looking at revenue, attendance, and viewing. Barely even registers.
Baseball, we all know baseball fell off. Basketball, I would think that basketball will be higher. That's nuts. You know, basketball is more global than American football too, but American football, NFL just reigns supreme. You know, back in the 40s, of course, baseball used to be king. They called it America's favorite pastime. But then once the 60s and 70s hit, American football took over. And then basketball ended up... I refuse to believe this is true, that basketball and baseball is interchangeable in America. I heard way more... Well, the NBA low-key viewership is declining. When it comes to attendance figures, like in the playoffs, baseball do be way lower than NBA playoffs. But in terms of like regular season and average attendance, I'm sure basketball is killing baseball. But I don't know.
It's the same story when looking at revenue, attendance, and viewing figures.
Yeah.
And it's not like the sport isn't popular elsewhere. FIFA claims that 5 billion people like football, but not many of them live here. And it gets even worse for MLS. It's not even in the top 3 most watched football competitions in its own country.
Because for the soccer fans that's in America, the NBA of soccer is overseas in the Premier League. The NBA playoffs or the Super Bowl or the NFL playoffs, that's what the Champions League of all the top leagues around the world. It's a lot of Mexicans in the United States. Of course, Liga and Mickeys, they are probably like the dominant demographic in terms of soccer, people who watch soccer and soccer fans in America. Of course, because they come from a soccer-dominated country. Liga and Mickeys is number 3 most viewed. Now, I'm surprised at this. The Bundesliga is more watched in America than Major League Soccer. That's kind of crazy right there.
To understand why, we need to take a deeper look.
Why is the Bundesliga above the La Liga? People watching Bayern like that, they tuned in to Bayern versus Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Look at the typical American soccer fan. Now, of course, not every fan fits this mold, but according to the stats,
Whoa, I think I met her.
Of course, not every fan fits this mold.
Is this this is Atlanta? Never mind. I met a woman who looked just like this. Who looked just like this at the Cincinnati game. Not Cincinnati. At the Columbus Crew Stadium.
But according to the stats, the typical American soccer fan checks a few interesting boxes. Their favorite player is Messi.
Of course.
They probably own a dog. They vote Democrat and are more likely to have a passport than any other sports fan.
I told y'all that, bro. American football fans or sports fans are majority left wing. When Kristen did the little Trump dance, I told y'all in the chat that people was fins to be mad. I know a lot of y'all, a lot of people live in a like close knitted circle, and of course like the people that they talk to and they friends, they probably like Republican or right wing. But I have been to a lot of football games in America in different states all across the country, and I can sit here and tell you, United States soccer fan base, USMNT, is majority liberal, dominated liberal, even on Twitter. And guess what? They told me in the chat that, bro, people wouldn't be mad at that. It's just a dance. Oh, unless people be mad that you think. I opened Twitter. It was World War III on that hoe. Dead ass serious. I told you, fool. Some people be calling soccer a theater kid sport. They say soccer is for theater kids, bro. That's what the American football and basketball fans be saying, bro. So you can kind of tell like the general stigmatism or the stereotype that soccer fans have here in America, bro.
Most importantly, they are probably Latino.
Exactly.
But Latinos make up just 30% of MLS fans.
And then the non-Latinos is the theater kids that everybody talk about and they reference who are soccer fans.
That gap is the main problem. MLS has long struggled to win over the most important demographic of fans in the US. Hispanics and Latinos are the fastest growing population segment. A population which grew up playing football.
Exactly.
And most consider it their favorite sport. It's also the population with the fastest growing financial wealth.
Oh,
so
really?
MLS needs Latinos more than they need MLS. The problem can be explained by overlaying this map of MLS teams in 2015.
Or is he finna say that there's not enough teams like in this area? Because this is very Hispanic dominated. Like you got New Mexico, you got Arizona. Of course, you got 2 teams in Texas. Is he saying there's too many teams in the Northeast maybe where there are less Hispanics? Because, you know, FC Dallas, Houston Dynamo, LA Galaxy. Oh, he ain't got LAFC. LAFC, the Quakes, that's Hispanic Central right there. It's Mexico Central in that bit. Dead ass serious.
On top of
versus up here, it's more like white people dominated. Like, I have been to LA to an LAFC game. It was Mexico Central in there. FC Dallas, it's kind of mixed between white people and Hispanics. Houston Dynamo, that's Mexico Central. When it comes to Florida, there was more South American dominated. When I went to Inter Miami and Orlando, it's both South America vibes. Sporting Kansas City, I'm pretty sure that's just all white people. Columbus, it was majority white, you know. New York. Now, New York, that's a melting pot for real, because New York is like the most diverse city in America, bro. Every single race is intermingled into one. So New York City FC and the Red Bulls, probably those are good mixed race of people. Oh, they ain't even got Atlanta. Atlanta was a good mixed race of people too, surprisingly.
this map of the US Hispanic or Latino population. MLS has learned from its mistakes and started adding more and more teams in the
I
South.
paused too early.
And it has come up with a plan to finally win over this audience. It ends with the World Cup and MLS being bigger than La Liga. And it begins with this photo. David Beckham and Lionel Messi have met several times on the pitch over the years, but this moment was probably the most significant.
Is that why they look like Serge Ibaka?
He saw one of the biggest names in football playing in MLS. When he was presented with the same opportunity 15 years later, it didn't seem that ridiculous.
What match is this?
When Beckham joined MLS in 2007, he was given the option to start his own franchise when he retired. Inter Miami was born in 2018, and there was one player that Beckham always wanted to sign. He achieved that shortly after this photo was taken. Both men have a long history of investments off the pitch, one that we've covered on the channel. From Messi's hotels and holding company to Beckham's investments in tech startups and his own whiskey brand.
It is crazy. You can say that both players are business savvy, but I feel like Messi, bro, he just hired people to make the business decisions for him. You think Messi was like, I went to hotel. I went to big hotel. And he doing all of this data. Man, he just hired people to do it. That's still smart though.
Company to Beckham's investments in tech startups and his own whiskey brand. Not to mention one of Beckham's longest running investments outside of football and possibly one of his most valuable. His collection of high-value fine art. Ultra-rare pieces worth millions from global names like Andy Warhol or fellow Brits like the mysterious Banksy.
Hey, don't sleep on art. I remember I went to a cruise. Me and my girl went to an art auction because we ain't had nothing else to do. And literally, when they brought out the first piece, I thought they was joking. He started off, he literally was like 109,000. I thought it was joking because, you know, people say jokes here, there, dry humor or whatever. And I started giggling like, you know, that's funny. But he was dead ass serious. I said, $100,000 for an art print, for a piece of art, and there are people in this room that is really willing to pay. Now, granted, nobody paid for it, but it was other art that he had listed that was like $13K, $10K, and people spending $10,000 on art pieces. I said, whoa, this is real life. I only seen stuff like this like on TV shows, on movies. I ain't know boys did this in real life now.
Which brings us to today's video sponsor, Masterworks.
Hey,
not all
get your
art
money,
in the market
athletic
will
interest.
reach those kinds of heights.
Get your money,
but
baby.
the kind of Inter Miami is
Money,
probably
baby.
the most.
Money, baby, money, baby.
Inter Miami is probably the most important team in MLS right now. And not just because they have Messi. Take a closer look at the club's badge. It's in Spanish. And the club supporters groups. They are collectively known as La Familia.
Yeah, that's
the club's
true.
own website even makes several references to football instead of soccer.
True. I ain't gonna lie. To be honest, that's why it's kind of hard. I mean, even if MLS do take the route, and I have noticed they have took the route of going the Latino way and appealing to the Latino population. I noticed that everybody supporter section sing chants in Spanish and stuff like that. I'm trying to say this without like offending anybody, bro. I'm gonna just say it how it is, bro. White people go look at it and be like, oh, I don't speak Spanish. Oh, this Latino, that. They ain't got no connection to it, so they go straight off. Me as a black man, black people go say the same thing, no cap. Black people go over here, oh, they Spanish this, Spanish that. Oh yeah, I ain't got no connection, bro. This is a Mexican sport. A lot of people, even us as a whole, like the black community, they think of soccer as a Mexican sport. Like, you know, that's a Mexican sport, bro. Black people, we watch American football, we watch basketball, you know, all of that. And with the MLS going towards a Latino route, that's kind of like, I ain't gonna say putting you into a small box, but that's kind of alienating. Like, bro, basically I'm just trying to say going a Latino route could alienate people with non-Latino heritage, fool. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, bro.
This is a club that specifically speaks to the Latino population. Even the location of the club was on purpose. 70% of Miami's population is of Latin or Hispanic background.
Dead ass, we knew that.
None of this is a coincidence. MLS understood that it needed to represent the Latino community if it wanted their support. That's where Messi comes in. Messi has always been the most popular footballer in the US. To some, he is like a god. Messi moving to Inter Miami was about drawing as much attention as possible. And it appears to be working. Messi's shirt was Adidas' top seller across all sports. Millions have signed up to Apple TV just to watch him play. And perhaps most importantly, Messi just replaced Michael Jordan as the most popular athlete in the United States.
That's cap. Well, worldwide, of course. But in terms of like in America, it's weird. So the world's most popular athlete is playing in America, but in America, he's not the most popular athlete amongst Americans, if that makes sense. Because like I say, the general American, the regular American still doesn't care who Lionel Messi is or doesn't care to watch to check out his game. The people who's checking out these Messi games and these Inter Miami MLS games are the people who already watch soccer. You feel me? I think we already reacted to a video not too long ago on Messi Mania already being over. I think I talked about it on Twitter. I don't think I reacted to a video. But yeah.
But Messi is just one part of this plan. Remember that MLS gets left.
And what people need, I'm sorry for pausing. And what people need to realize that, yeah, y'all say, bro, Americans are in their bubble. You don't care about nothing. But it's true. It is true. Americans do not care what the rest of the world think. Like, you may say, well, in the rest of the world, Messi is the most popular. So, yeah, like y'all proving the point. Like, bro, we don't give a damn. The general American consensus don't give a damn what the rest of the world, who y'all think or what y'all think. We gonna continue to do our own thing across that damn pond in our bubble, you know?
As viewers in the United States than the Mexican First Division, they decided to do something about that. Yep. If you can't beat them, join them. The Leagues Cup was started a few years before Messi joined. It's an annual competition featuring teams from MLS and Liga MX. Combining these two fan bases has worked. The Leagues Cup gets more US viewers than the Premier League or Champions League, something MLS has never achieved. Yeah. The first three phases of this plan are focused on getting Latino fans.
They're smart for sure, but Liga MX fans are seeing through this. They know, I've been seeing people on Twitter complain about that. They know that MLS needs Liga MX for views. And a lot of those League Cup games happened with the MLS home game, because a lot of people be complaining. They're like, bro, why are MLS getting all these home games? Like, this is not fair. Why they all never make the trip to Mexico? And so they for sure see the League Cup as a money grab.
But MLS doesn't want to stop there. It wants to be one of the biggest leagues on the planet. That brings us to the FIFA World Cup. The last time the United States hosted a World Cup was 1994,
Rose Bowl,
and it caused a massive increase in interest for football in the US. At that time, MLS was just getting established and failed to capitalize.
And it sucks because that final game, I heard that final game was a snooze
just massive increase in states.
The atmosphere looks crazy though. Bro, America is not gonna have this. Bro, look at this atmosphere, man. Y'all better quit playing.
Brings us to the FIFA World Cup. The last time the United States hosted a World Cup was 1994, and it caused a massive increase in interest for football in the US. At that time, MLS was just getting established and failed to capitalize. 2026 should be different. MLS now has teams in most major cities. It also has one of the most important footballers on the planet. Millions across the US will be getting World Cup fever.
Like who? Most important footballers on the planet. I can think about Nell, and that's about it. Who else is the most important on the planet? Ricky Pooch? Ha! Hugo Lloris? Giroud?
But not everyone will get a ticket.
Jesus Ferreira?
MLS will be there as an alternative.
Speaking of Jesus.
The World Cup also brings international attention. Apple can help with this. The deal between MLS and Apple allows matches to be streamed worldwide with no blackouts. Anyone with an Apple account can sign up to one service and get every MLS match, no matter where they live. That's something unheard of in sports broadcasting.
Yeah?
Usually, you have different national broadcasters owning the rights in each country. So it is almost impossible for fans from different countries to discuss game highlights on social media. Because a video that is available in Germany might be geo-blocked in England.
Yep. Hey, shout out to them accounts who be posting the Saudi Arabian, the Saudi Arabian commentator version of them clips, because I still be seeing the clips.
Vice versa. In our digital age, this sounds incredibly outdated. But it is how the sports media rights market works. Apple and the MLS are now the first to change it. So the future of MLS looks promising. But have they learned their biggest lesson? Turning short-term hype into long-term growth. That brings us to Messi's children.
Whoa!
To be sustainable, MLS needs to start creating its own stars. Improving the overall quality of the league will keep fans interested.
They may be cooking. Athletic interest, that might work. Wow, I never thought about that. After Messi retired, guess who he finna send all his hype to and all the eyes to? His damn sons who are going through the Inter Miami Academy, right? The Inter Miami Academy products right now, right? Ooh, Matteo Messi. But I seen young Matteo holding that pigskin and throwing that hoe. I seen that. Hey, that's how big the influence American football is in America. You got Messi's son holding the football and throwing it with his friends instead of kicking that damn soccer ball. Woo! Let me find out. What if Matteo tell Messi, Papa, I want to be football player. I want to be American football player. I want to be quarterback. What y'all think they're gonna say?
If quality drops, they will just switch over to the Premier League.
Facts.
That's why MLS is investing a lot in youth. A new initiative allows MLS clubs to sign 3 players under 22 on lucrative contracts without impacting the salary cap. MLS clubs can now compete for the best young talent on the transfer market, and it prevents their own talent from going off to Europe in search for more money. This appears to be working. More than half of the most recent transfers into MLS were under 24.
Hey.
MLS teams are also trying to develop more of their own talent. Most now have youth academies. Messi's children are currently impressing in the Inter Miami Academy.
Okay.
Most of the youth players compete in the MLS Next Pro League, a newly created reserve league that hopes to develop domestic talent. This will also help MLS grow internationally. The plan is for MLS clubs to start selling some of their young talent to leagues in Europe. If your club starts buying from MLS, then surely the league can't be that bad. It may sound odd or unlikely right now, but the United States is on track to become one of the most important footballing nations.
For sure. But like I said, because of financial potential and because of like how much of a superpower we in the world in general, and you look at the Olympics, how big of a superpower we in, it's only a matter of time. I'm pretty sure people have been saying this a long time. It's only a matter of time before, United States becomes a superpower in soccer/football. But I don't know, y'all. This may be the one sport that we just don't got, and we never go get, because people literally frown upon this sport. Dead ass serious. People literally frown upon it, and our most promising, like most skilled athletes are taking other routes other than going to football. It's like the people who play soccer/football are the people who or that's a stereotype. Stereotype is the kids, and the American kids that play soccer/football are the kids that didn't make their football team or basketball team type shit. That's just word on shit.
It has always had an untapped audience and unmet potential. And now it has a growing national league, one of the world's greatest footballers, and in 2026, the world's attention. Don't forget that this is the same nation that makes billions from a sport that is only really played within their borders. Imagine what will happen when they get their hands on the biggest sport on the planet.
Money. That money, and people not gonna like it because of the fact that it will take negative turns compared to what football actually is. It will be, if America take over football, it's no longer about passion. American sports are not about passion or winning. It's just all about how much money you can make. Even the players, they don't care about winning. They don't give a damn about winning. All they care about is the money. Even the fans don't care about winning. All they be like, hey, at least he got paid. Hey, at least he got his money. That's what's wrong. I honestly hate American sports culture, and I love the way y'all do things, and I love how passionate y'all are about the sport. And it will not be good if the United States of America get their hands on the sport of football like this, because like I say, it will take a downturn for the worse. Corporations are gonna be making money though. Shout out to corporations, but as a fan viewpoint, nah. And I'm keeping a spade right there, man. Hey, shout out to Athletic Interest, like I said, for making that video. Go subscribe to him. Get to 750K. Please don't give me a copyright strike if you don't want me to react to it. Just let me know and I'll take the video down. I'm out.